Patricia did not miss work, and Dr. Lisa Meir and myself received a message from her that morning, a text message. Unbeknownst to us, less than 24 hours later, we would be dealing with her sudden passing.
She had a daily devotional book that she would read every morning when she got here. And she would often come over and we would talk about it and, you know, like what it meant to us that day. And I still have that book, and it sits in my office, and I will go in there in the morning, open it up, then read it and remember her.
I remember when Mr. Jackson's wife died, she would pray for him and for her, and hoping that she would go to heaven instead, so that she would be in a better place, and she would just want her to be taken care of. So she would pray for her, and some people around the school, they don't have some stuff, so she would pray for them to have a miracle happen and get the stuff that they need.
But absolutely, she would pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. We're going to pray about this. And that was her reason and her solution for everything, and it always worked.
When a sudden death occurs, particularly on a school campus, I don't think there's ever any easy way for that to be handled. Being experienced with that my own self, I don't think that there's any prescribed way for that to happen. But I do believe that Dr. Rouse affected so many more lives and families in the Fort Braden community than could ever be counted.
I don't know, it was like when I first met her, it was like a click, just instantly. And she knew how to handle me when I get really, really mad. And then she passed away. It was hard for everybody.
The admin team here is really tight-knit. We would share things on the weekends with our families. We would text each other pictures. She would send pictures when she was at her son's ball game, and we don't get that anymore. And it all ended abruptly. So it's a tough thing to learn when you're used to seeing someone every day and then you don't.
Dr. Rouse and I and our whole administrative team performs lunch duty every day with our middle school kids. One of her favorite phrases as she is performing lunch duty is, "Rouse is in the house." This goes back to her days at Bellevue.
I worked with her at Bellevue. She was a reading coach, and it was so funny because every time she'd do the afternoon announcements, she would always start with "Rouse in the house." So when I got moved to Fort Braden as assistant principal, I was very excited to see her. As soon as I walked in, at the same time, both of us were "Rouse in the house."
Rouse in the house. When she would walk in, it was Rouse in the house. There was no denying whenever she was around. She just brought a smile to everybody's faces.
In the cafeteria, whenever I go in there, I always think about her, and I can see her pushing the trashes around and saying funny things, and she just is always everywhere to me. I see her everywhere I go.
Just after her passing, they completed the construction of our lunchroom addition. And because that was the place where she connected daily with kids and had a smile for them and offered that goodness and hope that we talk about. So as an honor to that, we are renaming our lunchroom addition the Dr. Patricia Rouse's house, so that she will live on forever here at Fort Braden School. For that, I'm very honored and very privileged to be able to take part in the unveiling of our Dr. Patricia Rouse's house, which will permanently be affixed to the outside.
She wasn't all about her. She was about giving and doing to everybody else. And the fact that we would take the time to do that, and that we would name it after her, and the fact that it's going to be Dr. Rouse's house, because Rouse was always in the house, would really excite her. And just knowing that we were doing that would be, I guess, a blessing to her.